Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball Nation. Now today, I'm giving you guys my, weekly Q&A. Not really much else to say other than let's get right into this. Should Vegeta really be obsessed with beating Goku? Technically, Vegeta won that fight if you think about it. Many fans assume Goku won just because Vegeta lost the beam struggle. Yeah, I mean, Vegeta Vegeta definitely would have beaten Goku if it wasn't for the others, but yeah. Okay. Wait, in Dragon Ball Xenoverse, the max level is 80. Why is there people above that level? Well, David, I'm a little bit disappointed. This was asked 1 hour ago, and I'm actually recording this Tuesday night, and earlier today I had uploaded my video talking about the level cap getting increased. Man, gotta keep up with my content. But yeah, it's a free update. If you guys haven't seen about it, I'll leave a link to the video in the description. But anyways, moving on. Name the funniest joke you've ever heard. I've heard a lot of funny jokes. Some of them are highly inappropriate and I don't really feel like saying them here, but I've heard a lot of jokes. I don't really know what the funniest one is. What's the funniest thing you've ever seen? Probably the Super Saiyan Infinity Krillin from Dragon Ball AF, but guys, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to talk about Dragon Ball AF in a different video. So keep your eyes out for that. It'll be a fun one. Who is your most hated YouTuber? Now, I don't like a lot of YouTubers. There's a lot of garbage YouTubers out there. I'm not saying I'm good or anything. I don't think I'm bad, really, but I don't think I'm anything special. I mean, you guys know some of the Dragon Ball Z YouTubers I don't really like that much. Goku T23 and there's others. But as far as regular YouTubers, there's a lot, and I can't really pinpoint one exactly. So yeah. What Z Soul do you use the most in Dragon Ball Xenoverse? Well, to be honest, I don't really have one that I particularly use the most. Probably there's one, I think it's called, the one I have on right now is You Just Don't Understand Girls. That's what it's called. I know it's kind of crazy. I think it's Bulma's. Actually, I think it's Chi-Chi's Z Soul. But I don't mess around with the Z Souls all that much, guys. Maybe I should. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. But I don't mess around with them too much. I don't really use items. I kind of just go in there and do some combos and get out of the fights, you know. Do you watch Cope's Party? I don't know what that is, so I guess I don't watch it. When Fat Boo was taken out of Super Boo, why didn't we get Kid Boo instead of Evil Boo? This is kind of something that I've thought about before, and really it all comes down to, the way I could look at it is, when Fat Boo got taken out of Super Boo, it was Fat Boo and the the Kai that Boo had absorbed before were taken out, so he reverted back to his original form, if that makes sense, because the reason Kid Boo turned to Fat Boo is because he had that Kai absorbed, and if you take the Kai out, then he turns back to Kid Boo. That's the way I look at it. Then you can make an argument that why didn't Kid Boo and split off of Fat Boo instead of Evil Boo splitting off Fat Boo? But I think it's really just because it was such condensed evil energy coming out of the Fat Boo, not necessarily a different entity. It was still part of him, if that makes sense. The whole Majin Buu thing is very complex with all its transformations. Okay, and who do you think would win Semi-Perfect Cell versus Piccolo coming out of the Hyperbolic Time Chamber? It's implied that Piccolo was stronger than Vegeta and Trunks, so I would give it to Piccolo there, definitely. Next question. I'm guessing that's a continuation of something. Who do you think would win, Broly versus the Hulk versus X-Men Juggernauts, or I'm guessing means Buhan? I don't really know about the X-Men, so I can't really answer the second part. But the first part, I did a video on that a very long time ago with my buddy Phil. The quality is pretty terrible, but I don't think what we said was that bad. It was kind of just like a debate we had. It wasn't really, there were a lot of facts being used, but it was more of a debate. So if you guys want to see Broly versus Hulk, go check that out. And, actually shortly after I made that video, I noticed that a guy by the name of Saiyan17 did the same video, and then I started looking at his channel. He's got some awesome stuff, so I'll link his video in the description as well. To be honest, his is much better than mine, so check them both out if you want. Who do you think is stronger, GT Trunks or Future Trunks? And do you think the reason Goten and Trunks never went SSJ2 is because it wouldn't have made a difference individually speaking against Boo, your thoughts? I don't think they really had the resources to go Super Saiyan 2, to be honest. As far as Future Trunks and GT Trunks, that's hard to say. Are you talking about Trunks after the after he goes back to the future? Because we don't know how strong he would have gotten after that, but I'm pretty sure if, you know, GT Trunks would probably be stronger. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just my opinion. So Goku hit his head as a child, and it caused him to lose his Saiyan personality, right? If so, do you think it's possible for him to somehow get hit on the head by some random villain, therefore bringing back the Saiyan mentality? If so, would he change? Would his intentions change? No, I don't think that's really how it would, I don't think it would work like that. And to be completely honest, the whole Dragon Ball Minus manga chapter kind of makes this whole thing about Goku hitting his head not seem to matter that much. It seems like Goku would have been a good person even if he didn't hit his head, so to speak, because he wasn't really sent there to destroy the Earth. You know, Gine and Bardock just sent him there just to get away from Frieza, really. So, I mean, if you're speaking about the series before that manga chapter, again, I still don't think it really would have mattered if he got his head hit. Do you think the 100-year gap after the death of, oh, I'm sorry, 1,000-year gap, but I'm pretty sure it's 100-year is what he means to say, after the death of Omega Shenron could be filled in a video game? Yeah, I guess it's possible, but I mean, it's going to be completely fictional and made up. But I guess it could be, but I don't see what would really happen. It seemed to be a very peaceful time, so I don't know if it'd be a very interesting game. Would you play a Dragon Ball GT fighting game if there was only GT? If it was only GT, sure, why not? Any kind of Dragon Ball game is something I'd love to play, but I don't think they'd ever make another one that was only GT. That's kind of a very rare occurrence. I think the only two were GT Final Bout and GT Transformation, which I did enjoy. GT Transformation. I didn't really play Final Bout a whole lot, but GT Transformation was a great Game Boy Advance game that I enjoyed. Okay, and you know what, guys? Maybe you'll get a playthrough on it one day. I'm getting the whole playthrough thing situated. There's a little teaser, guys. My very first playthrough is going to be Dragon Ball Z Super Sonic Warriors. That's a game I adore, so keep a lookout for that at some point. I can't promise it anytime soon, but it'll come in the future, guys. I gotta get this PC, you know, crap situated so I can actually record this properly for you guys. How come there's only 2 Dragon Ball GT games? They just aren't that popular, man. They just don't sell as good as Z. Z is much more popular than GT. Ever play Dragon Ball Revenge of King Piccolo for the Wii? No, but I've heard of it. I didn't play the Wii that much, but I have heard of that game. It's like an adventure kind of game. I heard it wasn't that good, but I can't really say for myself. Have you ever played any of the Dragon Ball games? I don't mean Dragon Ball Z or GT, only Dragon Ball. I played one for the Game Boy Advance, as well as a couple others, I think, on the older systems. But I know for a fact I played Dragon Ball something Adventure on the Game Boy Advance. So yeah, it was like a side scroller. Do you think the members of the Ginyu Force seen in the Frieza saga is the original Ginyu Force? I ask this in the series because we see Captain Ginyu audition new members after they was beat by Goku and then killed by Vegeta. So it has me thinking, well, I think that those probably were the main guys, but it's really hard to, you know, exactly say. I mean, if you want to think that they aren't, then that's fine. But there's really not a way to say, to be honest. C. Okay, these aren't even questions. I don't I don't know what these are. B. A. And then I'm guessing that's the Roman numeral for 3, or he just typed the letter I 3 times. I don't know. What if Cell became a good guy and quit fighting and became an anchor man? Can you see him in a suit and 80s sunglasses? I've been Cell. You stay classy, Earth. Well, I hope you guys weren't embarrassed by my Cell impression there. Thanks for the question, Amy, and Yeah, I can definitely see that. Maybe he'd be a lot like Handsome Jack from the Borderlands series, you know, because Damon Clark is the same voice actor for Cell and Handsome Jack in those the games. If you didn't know that already, but I could definitely see that, and yeah, I could definitely see that happening. I gotta work on my Cell impression because Cell is my favorite villain, so I probably should. And I think I'm catching a cold, guys. If you can't tell from the last couple of videos I've done, but I think I'm getting sick, which is terrible, but. Mamma Mia. I'm guessing that's like a Mario quote, or he's just, saying Mamma Mia. Alright. Have you seen Dragon Ball Z? The Dragon Ball Z Easter eggs, they have Goku and Vegeta fighting in Classic Season 1 on the box and a cup with all 7 balls on it. So awesome. I don't know what you mean by Dragon Ball Z Easter eggs. I know what an Easter egg is, but like, what are you referring to? I'm not sure. Maybe you mean like fan service or fanfare, but I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Who was the first Super Saiyan? It wasn't Bardock and it wasn't Broly. The Super Saiyan was a Super Saiyan of legend that Vegeta had told about years ago, who was consumed by his own power. We don't know who he was, and we probably never will. Okay. What if Hercule or Mr. Satan, depending on your preference, was taught to fly and learned how to use energy blast and key manipulation control? He would probably be on par with Videl, but judging, he would probably be quite a bit lower than her still, because Mr. Satan appears to be kind of a lazy guy, considering he has all this popularity and all that stuff. So, he slacks off quite a bit. But who knows? Maybe he can get stronger than Yamcha. I doubt it, but anything's possible. What if Nail's inner potential was unlocked by Grand Elder Guru on Namek? Would Piccolo and Nail have stood a better chance against Frieza once they fused? Ask Quaman and Blackfist this question if it makes it into your next Q&A. Well, I do plan on having them both on a Q&A eventually, but I could probably, if I remember this, I'll probably bring it up to them, or at least Quaman. I talk to him much more frequently than Blackfist, but yeah, I mean, I can bring up to him, but really there's no way to really see how much it would have helped. I think if they did fuse him and Piccolo, it definitely would have. I think they probably would have been closer to Frieza's third form, but still wouldn't be able to stand a chance against his final form, even the final form we saw before he powered up. So that's just my thoughts. Now, if he unlocked Piccolo and Nail's potential, then he could have stood a chance against his final form, I think, but nothing after him powering up at all. Naruto versus Master Roshi. Well, guys, I don't know a whole lot about Naruto. I mean, Roshi can blow up a moon, and I don't know what Naruto's strongest destructive force is, but I do know he's not very durable. And you guys are gonna call me crazy and hate on me, that's fine. Naruto characters don't even move. The majority of them don't even move at the speed of light, and Kid Goku could, and I mean, Roshi more than likely can as well. And Roshi's been seen to get shot by bullets and survive, so I don't think Naruto can survive that. I mean, he dodges those kunai knives, so maybe it's whoever hits whoever first with their strongest attack. It's hard to say, but I'm gonna give it to Roshi. And don't call me a Dragon Ball Z fanboy, because I said I don't know a lot about Naruto. Have you seen the movie Four Brothers? If not, you should check it out. I feel like I've heard of it, but I don't think I've seen it. What was your first experience watching DBZ? It's very vague memories of when I was very young, but it was on Toonami around, in the same time slot. Not the same time slot, but around the same time as Sailor Moon was coming on. I think it was either before or after, but I remember watching it back in the day with my dad, and definitely a lot of memories. And then led into, growing up and turning into an adult and still watching the series. I'm 19 years old now, still watch the series an insane amount. I mean, I have a YouTube channel that's growing rapidly thanks to you guys, and I really do appreciate that. And within a few weeks I'll have 4,000 subs too, so that's crazy. So yeah. You said Goku is your favorite character, but why? I just love his personality, man. I mean, people think he's a one-note character, but he does have a lot of depth, and I can relate in some aspects to him. I really enjoy his character. If you want to know more, man, just go check out my top 5 Dragon Ball Z characters. I'll leave it. I hope I usually forget to leave links, guys. but I did do a top 5 Dragon Ball Z characters list. If I forget to link it, go look it up if you want, but I'll try to remember to link it. What would change if Goku, instead of creating a wave blaster and killed both Birder and Jace? Okay, what would change if Goku, instead of creating a wave blaster and killed both? I don't understand the question. David, if you can re-ask it, I'd appreciate it, but I don't quite understand this really. Add me on Skype, please. I want to discuss an interesting theory I created. XXX Vortex 8, and you can make a new Skype name. Well, I already have a Skype, but I really only use Skype for, you know, collaboration things. I don't really use it, but I mean, if I feel terrible saying this, man, but like if I add just one person, then everyone's wanting to get it added. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to get added after that. Feel free to go to my messages, my private message me on YouTube, Twitter. I have a Facebook page. You can all check that out in the link below. There's not a lot of people that liked it, so if you want to join in, you can. I answer pretty much all messages that come there. It's very easy to get a hold of me on the Facebook page if you want to check it out. New Dragon Ball news. I feel like I answered this before, but maybe I just saw it the other day and was confused by the question, but I don't understand the question. If you can re-ask it, I'd appreciate that. Could you do a video if the power of SSJ God was channeled to Gohan instead of Goku, since he's logically stronger, from where the Buu Saga left off, with nothing important that happened 3 years the events in the Buu Saga? I can't see Goku catching up to Gohan just off of training. This is from Amari McWright. Well, I do think that Goku was stronger than Gohan in Battle of Gods, and the reason I say this is because Gohan had not been training at all, and he was slacking off insanely. So Goku was training while Gohan was declining. So Goku was ascending in power while Gohan was declining. I don't think that Gohan was a whole lot weaker than Goku in Battle of Gods. And, you know, another supporting factor of this is that 3 years is a lot of time, guys. Remember that he's not doing anything. And without leaving any, you know, spoilers, the manga chapters through Kukatsu no F kind of, you know, you see how much weaker Gohan has gotten after the additional few years that have passed. So I think Gohan had gotten a lot weaker. As for where Goku would stand, it's hard to say. But another thing, guys, is that if Gohan was stronger than Goku, why didn't he become Super Saiyan God? There are people have told me that you can only go Super Saiyan God if you're a pure-blooded Saiyan. And guys, there's nothing at all to even infer that. Nothing at all. Absolutely no information to support that. If you guys can find some information to support that, I'd absolutely love to hear it, because there's none whatsoever to really support that, to my knowledge. And another thing is the whole Super Saiyan 4 versus Super Saiyan, or not Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan God. People say you need to be pure-blooded Saiyan to go Super Saiyan 4. I don't remember anything really implying that either. I'm a little bit rusty on GT. I've seen Z way more times than I've seen GT, guys. But if you guys have information to tell me why you need to be pure blood Saiyan for either of those forms, let me know, because I don't know any information to support that, really. So that kind of answers it. Hey DBN, I have one whole question separated in 3 parts. You could start off with part 1 and give your opinion if you want to think about it. Okay, part 1's down here. Are you one of those people who believe that Gohan versus Cell, Gohan as a character, after Gohan versus Cell, Gohan as a character was ruined? Personally, in some regard, there's truth to this. I know that Gohan's not a fighter at heart, and he only fights if necessary, but he shouldn't have been a shell of his former self 7 years later when he's grown. I think Gohan's development was very natural. I don't think he was ruined. I enjoy adult Gohan a lot more than Teen Gohan. I think Teen Gohan is a very overrated character, and I say it's because he was badass, but he was badass for like 2 hours, guys. I mean, I don't know how many of you were fans of Gohan before he fought Cell, and that wasn't a very long moment, really. So I much prefer adult Gohan. Adult Gohan was still much better than the kid Gohan. And I don't think his character was ruined. Like you said, he doesn't like to fight. He only fights if he has to and is forced to. And that's shown. He does fight if he has to in the Buu Saga. He does do it. And, you know, I think that the development is very natural, and it's honestly one of the most natural developments in the whole series, and has very good character development. So I don't think he was ruined at all. I think the way he was written was very well done, in my opinion. So yeah, those are just my thoughts, though. Part 2, it's regarded when Toriyama makes characters important as Gohan go through character regression. Rather in the Buu saga, they cut it as Gohan slightly got stronger. A major part that ticks me off is in the new movies, Vegeta have seemed to surpass Gohan despite the large gap. Well, it goes back to Gohan's character. He doesn't train. He just doesn't. He doesn't train at all. He has no need to. He wants to be a scholar, really. He wants to do that, and that's just what he wants to do. It's his character, and you can't go against that. Whether or not Vegeta got stronger, it is kind of, you know, shown that it is implied that he did get stronger, really, but it seems kind of weird because Vegeta was so far behind even Goku, really. But, you know, Gohan must have declined quite a bit, guys, really. That's the only way I can answer that. Part 3. Gohan gets no acknowledgement from Beerus or Whis or anyone in Battle Gods, and the trailers for Revival F, his design make him look like a pussy. I wish Gohan could just get a push somehow. Like, how many movies say you've seen Gohan face the main villain and get knocked away for Goku to save the day? Guys, I'm going to be doing a video, I don't know how soon, but it's going to be relating to Goku, how he's the main hero of the Dragon Ball series, and how it makes sense. A lot of people hate on it, but there's reasons to why he's doing it, not just writing. There's reasons in terms of his character progression and story progressions of why he is the main hero most of the time. So yeah, and as far as, you know, Vegeta, you know, you wanting Gohan to get some sort of push, that's what a lot of the Vegeta fans go. And guys, to be honest, even, I haven't seen the movie yet, obviously, because it's not out, but with the Fukkatsu no F, it doesn't make sense how Vegeta would catch up to Goku, and, you know, everyone wants Vegeta to have his moment, and guys, it doesn't make sense for Vegeta to even be as strong as Goku at this point, to be honest. He has to just be written that way. Unless Goku, like, slows down for him, it wouldn't make any sense, because Goku's always been a much more efficient trainer and everything, so it wouldn't make any sense for Vegeta to even get close to Goku at this point, unless Goku had slowed down. But that's just my thoughts, but it's clear that Vegeta's somewhere around Goku in the new film, from what we've seen. But like I said, it just doesn't make sense for him to catch up, in my opinion. Can you ask Quaman, why does he fail at hiding his name? He's connected the dots to himself. Said in a Q&A, QAA, his first initials, last name, da-da-da-da. And in his 2-3-year-old videos, and intro starts name with his whole name. Okay. Yes, he has had some videos with his name, but, you know, what is he going to do? It's not that big of a deal. I mean, I don't know why you guys are all worried about it, really. In Majin Buu, if Majin Buu would have trained, would he be more powerful than Beerus or Whis? And if he would train, would Beerus go and kill him before reaching his power? Love your videos. Well, I appreciate that you love my videos, and yeah, I mean, it would make sense for Buu to be very powerful if he did train, considering Frieza could get so powerful. So, who's your favorite villain of all Dragon Ball? And in the entire series, it's gonna be Cell. It has to be Cell. Absolutely. Just telling you, it's pronounced Kamehameha, not Kamehameha. Well, this way right here that I'm highlighting is the way that pretty much everyone spells it. I've never seen it spelled the other way. I don't really understand this question. I don't think I mispronounce it at all. If you're saying I spell it wrong, that's different. But you're saying I pronounce it wrong. I mean, Kamehameha is the way that they yell it, but when they're referring to it as an attack in a, I guess, I don't know, a singular tone, they say Kamehameha. Like they say the Kamehameha wave. That's the way they say it in the show. There's been some inconsistencies, but if you say Kamehameha, that means you're referring to the attack in a, you know, in a non-aggressive mode. They don't say the Kamehameha wave. They say the Kamehameha wave. That's just the way I've always seen it. Alright. This is going to be the last question, guys, because I think I've gone over time pretty good here. I got carried away, but, you know, extra long Q&A is not that bad. Last question from Alvacular. Did you see video called Is Sonic Stronger Than Goku made by Quaman and Comic Corner? If so, do you think stronger? Sonic is stronger than Team 4-Star Popo. No one's stronger than Popo from Team 4-Star. Absolutely no one. It's not even a debate. Not even a debate, man. And guys, that has been the Q&A for today. I hope you all enjoyed this. I think it was a little bit longer than usual. Hopefully I answered some of your questions. If you want to ask me questions, that's fine. Go ahead and do it. But that's basically it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.